Hey guys, this is a video response to Willow's Corner. She did a Ouija story, a Ouija story, and was kind of asking, about other people's experiences with Ouija, I guess. So, I've been meaning to do this for a while anyway, so I'm going to go ahead and do it now. And this is my experience with Ouija. Now, I'll start off by saying that I think there are good and bad ways to use anything, not just Ouija. You can do anything in a bad way, and the way that this happened to me was in a bad way. If you're using divination to tap into your subconscious, where it's going to be you moving things, you're not trying to contacting the spirits, then you're probably going to be okay. However, this was back before I was, really on this path. This has been, probably 5 years ago. My best friend and I, actually, we were having one of those nights where we were just both kind of down, and basically, she has lost both of her grandparents. She lost them back when we were in high school, and she was extremely close to them. And when I was 20, not long before we did this, I lost my father. And we decided that we wanted to try to contact, our lost loved ones. So we made a homemade Ouija board on her dining room table. We wrote out the alphabet and cut it out. Got a little it was actually, I think, a shot glass, maybe, as the little, guider thing. And, we had people that told us, I think she had a friend that was talking about doing Ouija and stuff, but they said, don't be drinking when you do this because, spirits think it's disrespectful. Well, we were like, well, fuck that. Let's have a bottle of wine. So we were sitting there drinking some wine and had our little things set out. I think we lit some candles or something, and we agreed beforehand not to fuck with each other and actually move it, that if nothing was going to happen, it was not going to happen. So we were sitting there, we'd hold it, we'd ask questions, and first we were trying to speak to my dad and then her grandparents, and nothing's happening. So then we started deciding to just ask any spirit to contact us. If there is a spirit around, contact us, make your presence known. And, we went on with this for a while, and nothing ever happened. The glass did not move. Nothing out of the ordinary happened. It wasn't long later, after that night, we both started getting a really bad feeling in the dining room where the table was sitting. More specifically, there's a window, and that window just felt just horrible, just so much bad energy, just bad. And we kind of, I guess, both ignored it until one night we were sitting around while her husband was at work, and we really couldn't ignore it anymore. She was like, hey, do you want to go outside and go smoke? And I was like, sure. Yeah, let's do that, please. So we go outside, and she actually brought it up first. She was like, do you feel something strange in the dining room? And I was like, yeah. I didn't want to say anything, but I felt it for a while. She's like, yeah, me too. And, it was just horrible feelings that we were getting. Something was watching us, and it wasn't like a calm presence or anything. It was, anger and just almost, I guess, evil feeling to us. And it happened all the time. She would call me out of the blue. I'd be at home, she'd call me crying. I didn't live far from her, so she would call, will you please stay on the phone with me, until her husband got home from work, or she would ask me to come by and stay with her, or she would leave sometimes and come to my house if she was home alone with her daughter, because she was so freaked out because it was just this horrible, presence. And, some nights we wouldn't feel it at all. if I was over there, but sometimes it was just, you couldn't stand to be in that house because, like, where the living room sits, it's connected to the dining room, and you can just sit in there and look right at that window, and, it was just horrible. Well, we didn't ever say a word to anybody about this, until her husband started mentioning it to her. He was like, do you feel something really strange about the dining room? He was like, I keep feeling like someone is watching me from that window, and it's closed, you can't see in or out of it. He was like, but it just feels like there's something mad watching me. And he was just basically, having the same feelings about it that we were, and he had no knowledge of what we'd done. He had no knowledge that we had done that. He didn't know that we were feeling those things, and she broke down and, told him what happened, what we done, and he got really mad, and they actually have put their house up for sale since, so I don't know what we called in, but we apparently invited something in that's not wanting to leave, and I think when she gets to freaking out, she goes and gets her Bible and puts there, which, if it was me, it'd be something else, but because I guess the Bible is a source of power and protection for a Christian, it works because she's putting her intentions behind it and saying that this is going to help it go away and it'll ease things off because she's putting that intention behind it, is how I look at it. So yeah, that's my one and only Ouija story. I don't think I'll ever play with Ouija again, not even just to try to tap into my subconscious. I don't want to do it anymore. But that's just me. If you're doing it just for the purpose of, tapping into your subconscious and, knowing that it's going to be just you moving it and your intuition moving it, then, go for it. But if you're going to go around calling spirits into things, be careful what you're doing, because sometimes you don't know what you're going to call in, especially if you're kind of new to things or if you have no prior knowledge of, spirits and energies and things like that. Because at the time I really didn't. Even though I've been studying like witchcraft and things for a long time, I didn't put a whole lot of time into Ouija just because, I thought the way that things get portrayed in the movies and things like that are correct when it comes to Ouija and things that I've heard. So, yeah, we were definitely playing with that the wrong way, and I don't think either of us will ever do that again. So, yeah, that's it though. Blessed be, guys.